Black.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger, and guess what? Your boy got something to say. For many of you that already know, there's this young lady by the name of Jada Cheaves, who is the baby mama of Lil Baby. I don't even worry about it. Apparently, she did a video that is going viral, asking a particular question. But at first, it was a video talking about how women of today, quote unquote, run the world and doing big things and getting degrees and the bag and all that stuff. Of wondering, why don't the men of today do not worship the women of today like the men did in the 80s and 90s? And I'm basically paraphrasing to a degree, even though I'm kind of verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing. But here's my thing: for all the women that think like her, number one, there's nobody deserves more worship than God. Point blank. Period. Any man that worship a woman is committing idolatry, and any woman worshiping a man commits idolatry, and it's not a good thing. It's never a good thing. When a man worships something else other than God, it's idolatry, and that's never good. That's never good. I don't care what nobody says. It's never good to worship anybody other than God. And I know a lot of people that's going to probably be like, well, you Christian, you Christians worship Jesus. Well, Jesus is God, but we'll talk about that later. But let's get off the theological soapbox for a minute. Let's stick to the subject. For this young lady that think and women that think like her, ask yourself this question: what would the women in the 80s and 90s did in order for these men that was in the 80s and 90s, quote unquote, worship them? What was it about those women at that time that were worthy? Because let's keep it a buck. When we think of the word worship, another word that's kind of rooted to that word is worth. So what was it about those women at that time that was worthy enough for the men at that time to take care of them, to love them, to protect them, to provide for them? What was it about those women at that time that would make men at that time come home from work? And then you got to think about it. We're talking about the 80s and the 90s, especially within the black community. Let's talk about the music of the time. We talking about Babyface. We talking about Freddie Jackson. We talking about Luther Vandross. We talking about Keith Sweat. We're talking about New Edition, Bobby Brown. Come on. What was the music of that time sounding like? And what made it different from the music of now? What was the men singing about then, and what separates them from the men, the singers that sing songs about now? And what are they singing about? You gotta ask it. You gotta have these questions. You gotta have these conversations. Because a lot of young women feel like they're not being valued to a degree. And a lot of them do not want to look in the mirror and realize, man, I need to kind of devalue myself. So why would I expect a man to value me the way I want to be valued when I don't value myself? A lot of young women these days wants to overvalue themselves and expect the men to value them the way they want to be valued, or want worship. And they expect men to be like, you want this type of worship? Let me give you this type of worship. You got this type. This is where you see yourself. Let me see you. Let me show you what I see instead. A lot of these young women that want a man to worship them do not want to be loved by the man. I'm I'm not gonna apologize for saying that. I'm not sorry for that. Want to know why? Because it's the truth. A lot of young women that wants to be all about the bag and want to be talking about they boss chicks and stuff like that. Cam Newton was talking about them. Kevin Samuel, may he rest in peace. He was talking about them. He was talking about young women that always want to be on some, fresh and fit. He was talking about them. Them type of women that have this mentality thinking that a man should worship them and then get upset when the guy that actually takes that challenge, accept that challenge, is not the man that they want. They're not upset that the men are not valuing them or worshiping them. They're mad at because the men that they want are not worshiping them. Oh my God. Are you kidding me, Pete? Are you kidding me? You're literally telling me that these women are upset because the men that they want are not worshiping them? Yep. That's why they end up as baby mamas and not wives. Now, fellas, before you start doing some hip hop and stuff, I will get at you. But until then, let me talk to the young ladies. Let me talk to my little sisters. Let me talk to my young female cousins and nieces. Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. You can't get mad because you want the men of yesteryear to be the men of today. Ecclesiastes let it be clear. Do not reminisce on the old days. Unfortunately, a lot of young women wants the men of yesteryear. They want the men of the good old days, but don't know how to handle. But they don't know how to handle it. Want to know why I know they can't handle it? Let me tell you why I know they can't handle it. Because they wasn't raised to deal with a man. Majority of them wasn't raised with a father. They never saw their mother be treated like a woman or like a wife by their father or their stepfather or any man that was willing to take their mother and treat her like the queen that she should have been treated, according to them. And a lot of young women would choose the guy that they know was foolish, but they're attracted to it. They know that much they like the nice guy, the wise guy, they want the foolish guy because they're attracted to the foolishness. Why are they attracted to the foolishness? I don't know, but it is what it is. Now, young men, understand something. Understand something. Listen to your big bro. Listen to your uncle. Some of these young women are not like Proverbs 31. Some of them are mainly like Proverbs 7. Most of these young women are not the type of woman that will build their house. They're the type of women that will tear it down. They're the type of women that will make you want to just stand on the corner of a roof than to deal with them. Why? It's too many reasons. Too many reasons. That's why the Bible let it be known, young man. Do not come close to them. Do not mess with them. Young ladies, back to you. Avoid being these type of women. Avoid being these type of women. I'm not. Hear you, big bro. Hear you, big bro. Hear your uncle. I'm not saying don't get your education. I'm not saying don't get your degrees. I'm not even saying don't get your money. Go, do this, that, and the third. Go for it. But let it be known when it comes to dating, when it comes to relationship, that is not a top priority for what a man wants in his woman. Not only a woman, but in a wife. I'm saying it. I'm saying it again. Degrees, education, money, none of that matters when it comes to what men want in a wife. Nope. 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 No. No. Mama mia. Mama mia. Nope. Mm-mm. Because as long as you're using that as a way to attract men, you're not going to get the men you want. I'm saying it. Especially. And if you're the type that's praying for a man, you better know what you're getting yourself into. And if you are praying for one, are you preparing yourself to be the woman that they want? And if the answer is no, why are you here? Why are you? Matter of fact, turn. Don't even watch the rest of this. Just turn it off, and just go pray. And matter of fact, go read Proverbs 31 and find out what it is that a Ephesian man wants. The Ephesian 5 man won't. Otherwise, you can continue to look. You can continue to listen to Cardi B. You continue to listen to Megan Thee Stallion. You can continue to listen to Lotto. All of them. All of them. You can continue to listen to Jada Cheaves and see where they're gonna where they failing you at. Because by the end of the day, they're gonna get theirs, and they're gonna show you how to lose it quick. Cardi B, on the other hand, will probably hold on to Offset for longer than many of us think they should be around. But that's just a whole nother story. But other than that, that's just me. That's just me. At the end of the day, you're not going to get the man that you want if you don't know what they want. And men, if you're trying to do all this catering and stuff like that, be careful who you're doing that for. Because not every woman is going to appreciate it. And sometimes you're just going to have to end up being the protocol boyfriend until the Lord bless you with a good thing and find favor and obtain favor in the Lord, especially when you find a wife. But again, that's just me. That's just me. If you like what you heard, there's a like button. Dislike what you heard, dislike button. Comment. Please share your display your piece. And disagree if you want to, but don't be disrespectful. Subscribe. Share this video. Let's continue the conversation. Until then, I almost forgot. Let's continue this conversation. Who knows? We may end up doing this live. Until then, it's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another. Support the kingdom. Take care and God bless. Laborers. Excuse me.